about like 3 months ago, 4 months ago, something like that, there was like this concern of, we understand our website is poo-poo, but Rocket League Esports website is going to be great. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, let's watch this clip together. Hold on.
But one thing that needs an update is that website, Corey. It's looking like a MySpace page right now. What's going on with it?
I was afraid you'd kind of bring that up, but kind of happy you did. You know, the esports website, look, it ain't it, and it needs a change. And, you know, I think for us, like, we've seen the community on Twitter, Reddit, everywhere. Everyone hates our website right now. And,
as they should.
I think for us, like, this year was that first year where we looked at how can we make Rocket League Esports better, and the website is one of them. So next year, we're going to be launching a brand new Rocket League Esports website with a ton of features that the community's been asking for. And, you know, I can't go into too many details yet, but, you know, on game day, when you're looking at Liquipedia and you're not looking at our website, we're going to be making the website that you're going to want to be on game day.
All right, chat. That brings me to the point I want to make here. It is officially the new year. By all means, it's not too far into the new year, and it's kind of unfair. But I thought today we would look at the website and talk about it. The other part to this as well that I'm kind of tackling on alongside of it, there's two things that we've basically been like recently, things that have been like on the mind that haven't happened yet that I'm just kind of curious on when they're going to be. This isn't me critiquing or anything or trying to like hold them accountable. I just think it'd be a good idea for us to talk about things that we hope come and then compare it to when it actually does come out. Obviously, one of those things is away decals. I think a lot of us are excited about away decals. I think the way they handled decals with bringing in a bunch of new teams and all that kind of stuff was cool. The fact that you can get, you know, different decals for Dominus, Octane, Fennec, and everything else is fine. But I just don't know when they're going to happen. I don't know when that next iteration of decal is going to be a thing. So that's part of it. And just the curiosity. I think most cars, if you have like a light variant and an away variant of, are going to look sick. I look at like FaZe because they've showcased a couple. They have shown a couple of the away decals before. Chat was saying during the major they showed, and then actually in the initial video, RLCS Esports decal update. In the initial video, they also showed it. Away kits. Okay. When is soon? When is soon? Tell me. So like, when do we get the away variants? And I think most of the cars, if they have an away variant, are going to look sick. I think it just adds a different template rather than the stereotypical black and white. We may see white and black now. Crazy. But early 2022 is when they said when that's going to be, hopefully for the winter split, but we don't know. So that's kind of what we're waiting on. There's not a whole lot we can talk about that, but the thought process is hopefully soon here. Okay. But the big thing I want to focus on is the website itself. So what I thought today, chat, what we would do is talk about kind of a wish list. Things that we hope the website has to give us a reason why we should go to their website as compared to Liquipedia. Because that's a big promise. That's a big statement to make from Corey to say, hey, you should be on our website instead. And there's a couple things I can think of. Fan rewards. Everybody's got their drops. Don't type it in chat, you'll get timed out. I think that's going to be one of them. People want their drops. People want the ability to get items by watching. Dark mode. They could have that. That would immediately bring me over. Liquipedia. There we go. Nailed it. Dark mode. 100%. 100%. Things I want. Schedule. I want a full-blown schedule with the matches and everything else. I think one team does this extremely well from what I've seen, and it's actually version 1. I can go to version 1 and click on their schedule for their upcoming matches, and it says them all. Date, times, which broadcast. I can add them to a calendar. Like, this is incredible, and this live updates with an API when it happens. And it does it for all their teams. It's amazing. Like, anybody who is a fan of this team could easily just go to their website and be like, yeah, it's here. We're good to go. It's so nice. And you have the ability to, if you do have like a Google Calendar or whatever, it takes the API, just plugs it into your phone and just goes, yeah, this is when our team plays. I think that's amazing. So that kind of stuff I think would be awesome. A schedule that is like fully fleshed out and has like a live ticker and stuff at the top. Also, I would love player bios. They used to have this on the old website. I want player bios with history, stats, background info on the player. I want to get to know the player. I want to know where they're from. I want to know a little bit of history about them. I want to know their path through the pro system. There's been people out there with like a graph where it shows where all the players go over the years. Like it shows them transitioning from place to place and talks about which team they go to. Stuff like that would be super cool. Where like if I click on Garrett G. It'll be like, okay, he started with this team. He went here. He was on Turbulence, Vex, etc., Orbit. Then he went to NRG, and then and just seeing that transition of his career path. So you can see this player's been on this team for a really long time. He's part of the history. Also notable clips. I like that too. Highlight clips. Just something to be like, yeah, look at this player. He's done a cool thing. I think that's awesome. I think that's really cool. Highlight clips and previous interviews. I think that would be really cool. You can, in detail, embedded content. And I think that applies to interviews, highlights from the YouTube channel, as well as the stream. I should be able to watch the stream on this website. I don't know why when the stream isn't playing, I can't just watch it here on the website where all the information I have. It should be a picture-in-picture. So when I scroll down, it pops up in a little window on the top left. So I can still scroll through and look at stats and stuff and look up player things while it's also still playing. I want that so bad. I want the ability to, if I'm watching a broadcast, I don't have to pull up Liquipedia and then look and do my stat stuff. I want it to also be here. I think that'd be so nice. Yeah, I mean, HLTV website is a HLTV website for reference. Has a bunch of different things. Not only is it all their news coverage and stuff, but you can go to results. You can do all their events. Everything is here. All of it. The best part is their galleries page. I love this. I love their gallery page. That's one I want 100%. Oh, who cares if it's ugly, dude? It's functional and it's fast. I don't need to load a bunch of fancy little graphic-y boys on the front. This thing is responsive and it loads quickly. And it has all the information. I'm sure they'll pretty it up. But do you think Liquipedia is the flashiest, prettiest website in the world? Too bright for my taste. Advanced stats. Advanced stats. I like that. Replays. Yes. Replays uploaded from RLCS events. Because obviously it's RLCS. So you want replays. 100%. I like that. The ability to imagine they had a catalog. So we go back to HLTV, right? So if I was to go to results, right? I wish I could click on the match and then download the demo replay, which they have here, right? They have the rewatch file. I can click on the demo, which is the actual replay file, or I can click on the actual stream VOD. That's built into the website on every match. But I don't have to watch the match to get the end of day results. It's just here. It's got all the stat pages that we see on Octane, right? When we go to Octane and we look at stats, their rating system and everything, he's literally right here. Click on the player, talks about their stats and information, team, how they're doing. There's some pretty cool stuff that they do in here. And this is all community driven, which both of these are as well. Octane and stuff is there as well. And that's something I don't have an issue with. I'm okay if Psyonix goes, hey, Octane.gg sick, ball chasing sick, etc. Let's collaborate and put these things together in a website. We'll pretty it up. We'll put our branding on it. We'll make sure you guys are compensated. But it's the same thing. We always reference Liquipedia because if we don't, how else are our casters supposed to do their jobs, right? So what other things do you guys think are great? It would be awesome if I could watch the replays in the website itself, but I don't know anybody that has that yet. I think Metafy is possibly working on it, but the ability to use replay stuff without being in Rocket League itself, those demo files, but I just don't know if there's anything that has a demo player. If someone could make that, that'd be insane. To have a standalone web-based Rocket League replay viewer. Caster bios? Sure, yeah. Broadcast talent? Yeah, why not? Casters are important to the broadcast, obviously, and to the esport. Whether people agree with that or not, that's a different story. But I mean, the replay preview on ball chasing is very, very simplistic, but it gets the job done, which is important. Please, this one first. Merch. Yes. Please merch. Yes, thank you. Thank you, CCP. Where's the store? I'll even give you the URL. store.rocketleagueesports.com. There you go. I did it. Let's go with shop. It's shorter. Shop.rocketleagueesports.com. Does it exist? Might have to go buy it. I might go buy that. Buying store too, just in case. I wouldn't mind a community forum area in it, but usually when you watch an embedded stream, you can also live chat as well. So this is League of Legends, right? League of Legends is, as many argue, the #1 esport in the world right now. Schedule VODs, rewards, pick'ems. I would be okay with pick'em. Pick'em/fantasy. Pick'em/fantasy. What's ProView? ProView is watching their specific perspective. Their specific actual thing. HLTV, I think, is as a client something to learn from. Yeah, the way where you can do individual player spectate. I think that's might be a client limitation. And I also don't know if they'd be able to send individual feeds for people to do that, but I do like it. Ways they could do it is by watching on a delay, but I don't know how that would go 100%. Because I do think there is a lot of limitations to Rocket League because it's on Unreal Engine 3, which they're trying to improve upon. When that'll happen, I think some of these things will definitely come in the future. It's just a matter of what they can do now. News. Yeah, news. I think news RL Esports related, rather than just saying like, because right now their website, if you do it, is a mixture of both, right? If you go to their website, it does like the season pass, all that kind of stuff, patch notes and everything. But then on the Rocket League Esports side, if you click on news, it does have. So this is still good. They still do certain things. And we'll see more of these as well, like the 3 take stuff as we get into more and other options. But again, if they don't have stuff to update on, this is just a good like catalog of it all, which I'm okay with. I wouldn't mind of them doing like more news-based content of just like up and coming, like, hey, these are all the rosters that got changed. Like if Rocket League Esports as an official was just like, by the way, these are all the rosters for the upcoming season. I think that'd be really cool. But if you have team player bio stuff, I think that'd be great. But I think just an article that showcased like all the different rosters that are changing, I think is really important. Records page? Yeah, records page. I think that's great. That comes with stats. Most goals in one game. I like that. I like a records page. I think it'd be cool. Just for like the like weird stuff that people don't really know about unless it gets brought up or like the casters ask for it. I remember that used to happen all the time. We would back when I was part of the RLCS caster crew, we would, for every big event, we would ask our statistician, whether it was Rawlings or Slock or whoever it was at the time, we'd be like, yo, is there going to be any like unique moments that are going to happen? Like, oh, K-Dop's going to hit his 100th playoff goal or, you know, what stuff like that. Having those all curated as a list to be like, oh, it happened. We can check it off and mention it. You know, just kind of cool one-off things to bring up when it happens. A Hall of Fame, possibly. But that means like they need a committee, all that kind of stuff. But I wouldn't mind having like a place where they give credit to certain players and stuff. I think all those are really good though. Yeah, Leth, appreciate the host, man. Hopefully you had a good stream. But yeah, they would need a committee and like people that they can like doing a Hall of Fame is a big undertaking. It really is. So as a recap, what we have so far: fan rewards, the ability to watch a stream embedded into the actual website, dark mode, please, our eyes, a schedule with a live ticker, not ticket, live ticker. So like it had information that scrolls across the bottom, kind of like ESPN and stuff like that. Player bios with history, stats, background info, and highlight clips, previous interviews, pretty much anything and everything that player's been in. I want to be able to see it in their profile. Embedded content, interviews, highlights, YouTube, anything like that, as well as the stream itself. HLTV, if you guys don't know, has like a community-based and driven website where it has the replays and VODs and everything. It's kind of like their version of Liquipedia, but a little bit more souped up for like specifics. A records page, which someone just brought up in chat as well. I think it was Oil Slick as well who said it. Longest match, longest OT, most goals per game, things like that. Really cool one-off records. Replays uploaded from RLCS events. Broadcast talent bios as well as players. Merch. Do this one first, please. Let us buy things so I can support. Pick'em and a fantasy league. Pick'ems that lead to rewards of some capacity. Individual players that you can spectate if I want to watch only this person's perspective. But I think that's limitations with the client right now. Just overall news, which they do already. And then a Hall of Fame, possibly. I do like a lot of those. I can't relate. Is this going to be your project? No. These are a wish list of what we hope happens. I can't make a website. And I'm not about to do a Squarespace and then curate all this information. That is a full-time plus job. That's a lot of work. Which, again, as a reiteration to Psyonix, like, we get it. It's a lot of work to put all this into play. And I commend them for doing it. And that's probably why it's taken a little bit. They obviously said early 2022. Whether that means, like, before the winter split or if that means before the spring split. We'll have to wait and see. Isn't there already a RL Fantasy? There is Fan RL, but it's not officially Psyonix sanctioned. Like, if it's officially done by Psyonix, that means they can award stuff possibly. Kind of like the in-game tournament system. They award you like tournament credits. Maybe they can do that for like pick'ems and all that kind of stuff too, which would be really cool. I think it'd be cool. Like, hey man, you compete in RL Fantasy through RLCS, and at the end you get credits in game. You know, stuff like that. Stuff they could sponsor would be really cool. CS:GO does pick'ems and gives like unique items and item drops and rarities and a lot of really cool stuff. So stuff like that'd be cool. Wouldn't that be gambling technically though? Technically, yeah. But not if you're not paying anything. If you're not submitting any money, it's just pure RNG. Like, hey man, I think this is how things are gonna go, and you can win things for as long as you aren't betting or spending money. I'm pretty sure you're okay. If it's just a like fun little mini game that you can play, but you're not like you don't have to buy into it, then you're all right. I know CS:GO does want you to buy into it. You have to buy like a digital ticket or something like that that allows you to then to do it. So there's a lot of things like that. I personally don't like Smash GG. Making tournaments there is actually very complicated for like signups and stuff like that. But I don't know if that's what their esports thing wants to be. I don't know if that is. Smash blows. I mean, yeah. I've tried to set up tournaments on Smash and it's not ideal. I always try to have someone who's actually good at it do it, whether it be Furtive or CJ or anything else you guys can think of. It's a pretty hefty list. Some pretty good stuff in there. I think the biggest one we can all agree though is merch. Please let me buy a cup or a mug or a hat or a shirt or a hoodie at my own desire, and then they can put out unique ones for like events and stuff. Yeah, I'm okay with exclusivity on some of the events. That was something that was actually really frustrating. This is a totally sidetracked thing. I remember like in the really old days of Rocket League, there was items that came out for specific seasons, like the holiday events and stuff like that. And it's really disheartening, like when the next season came around and they redid them, and you're just like, oh man, I thought these were gonna be exclusive to like being one of the OGs, you know? That stuff gives you a cool fuzzy feeling. The only time they do that now is I think like the OG like crowns from preseason. I'd be okay with some like exclusive stuff. Like, hey, you were like, I know League of Legends does that. Where like, hey, you watched this World Championship, you get a badge in game, and that's the only way you can get it is by while watching the thing. We like talk about a code that's on stream. You put that code in and it redeems it for a badge. I think stuff like that would be really cool, and it entices people to get it. Yeah, I 100% agree. It'd be awesome to have like a winter RLCS like little banner or something like that. I think stuff like that, little things like that, I think go a really long way, and they encourage people to tune into your event. I think it's cool. But chat, that's what I got. That's what I got for a wish list for things. Let me know what you guys have in the comments down below. If there's any other ideas that we didn't think of, like a button for instant tacos, let me know in the comments. That's always a good thing. I love those kind of conversations. Maybe Sonics will see it and be like, oh yeah, we didn't think of those, and maybe they'll throw it in. But it doesn't hurt to offer some ideas, whether they take it or not. Doesn't matter. I just think it's fun to have a conversation and talk about some of the things we might desire. I'm sure we have forgotten a bunch, but if you guys do enjoy the content, as always, thumbs up, subscribe, notifications, and we will see you in the next one.